Welcome back. Here's the Kovacs report. It's time to take a look at some X-Men news for you X-Men fans out there. X-Men and the Age of Apocalypse are celebrating 30 years. And in honor of that huge event way back when, we now have X-Men of the Apocalypse, a new miniseries from original scribe Jeph Loeb, but this time with artist Simone Di Meo. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch up on what happened in the original Age of Apocalypse very quickly. We're going to take a look at this article, find out what the news story is about, and look at some cool covers. Now, before that happens, don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you can. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, give the video a like at the end if you liked it. So let's do the catch up. So there will be spoilers on the original Age of Apocalypse storyline from way back in 1995. So the timeline diverges dramatically when Legion, the powerful mutant son of Professor Charles Xavier, travels back in time intending to assassinate Magneto to prevent future conflicts between mutants and humans. However, in a tragic twist, Legion accidentally kills his own father, Xavier, instead, erasing the founding of the X-Men and allowing the ancient mutant, as we know, the big villain himself, Apocalypse, to awaken prematurely and conquer North America. So now we have this dystopian alternate reality known as Earth 295. Now, Apocalypse has established a brutal regime where mutants are ruling supreme, enforcing a survival of the fittest doctrine that leads to the genocide of billions of humans through cullings and nuclear devastation, while familiar characters are reimagined, such as Magneto leading a resistance group in Xavier's honor, Cyclops and Havoc serving as Apocalypse enforcers, and Wolverine missing a hand, and he did look pretty badass. He lost that duel. Anyway, as the story unfolds across, of course, multiple X titles, the resistance intensifies with Magneto's X-Men, including Rogue, Sabretooth, Blink, and some others, battling Apocalypse's forces like the Four Horsemen and Infinites to protect human refugees and thwart global domination plans. It was pretty huge. Now, Bishop, the time-traveling, time-displaced mutant that we all know and love from the original timeline, becomes key to the restoration efforts by convincing the heroes of the fractured history and rallying them to use the Macron crystal, which is a huge part of X-Men history. So if you're not aware of it, definitely Google it. And they want to use this Macron crystal to undo the apocalypse, essentially. Now, the epic culminates in massive confrontations, including Magneto's showdown with Apocalypse and the emergence of powerful figures like Nate Gray, known as X-Man, ultimately resetting the timeline, but leaving lasting impacts on the Marvel Universe through survivors like Dark Beast and Sugar Man, who escape into Earth 616. So now you're all caught up. I hope that wasn't too boring to get through. So let's find out what it's all about. As Marvel fans are well aware, Loeb was one of the architects of that classic 90s storyline. With this year marking the 30th anniversary of AOA, the publisher teased a new project from Loeb and Simone later this year. Sure enough, today the publisher announced details for X-Men of the Apocalypse, a 6-part event that starts in November, which I find a bit confusing with the timing because we've got this huge event, Age of Revelation, running through all the X-Men titles, which is starting pretty imminently. And we've got this. So it's like those books are going to be competing with each other because, you know, fans' pockets are only so deep, right? So they should have really worked on the timing for the Age of Revelation, in my opinion. But anyway, we have it. I guess this is the main cover. It looks glorious, as you would expect. And we've got an official press release. So let's see what it says. It says, Di Meo teases the return of Loeb's iconic co-creation, Nate Gray, also known as X-Man. Legendary artist Arthur Adams spotlights Rogue, Magneto, and Gambit, the steamy X-Men love triangle that Age of Apocalypse made even more complex. I'm guessing this is referring to the covers we're about to see. Best-selling cover artist Fanyang delivers a stunning portrait of one of Age of Apocalypse's biggest breakout stars, Blink. An influential 90s superstar, Joe Madureira, continues his series of covers featuring the very characters he helped define with an electrifying depiction of Age of Apocalypse's Storm. Let's jump down to these covers and take a look. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this definitely reminds me of those good old days back in the 90s, picking these books up. Looks pretty cool. I love it. And I guess this is this the Blink cover? I think it's Blink. I love this cover. I love Fanyang's artwork. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I guess we've got this Storm cover. Yeah, from good old Madureira. She's looking angry. So what is the story? Let's see if it gives us any hints and tips, right? Let's figure this all out. So it does say, it actually does say that Joe Madureira will actually be doing, has returned to the franchise for the first time in decades for this special anniversary event, drawing a variant cover for each issue of the X-Men of Apocalypse, which is good because really, if you're going to do this event, right, you've got to get the original artist doing at least some beautiful covers. So there will be loads of variant covers, as you'd expect nowadays. It seems to be more commonplace than ever to bolster sales, of course, having a ton of variant covers. And there will be Virgin versions as well, which if you don't know are sans the logo and all the trade dress. So X-Men of Apocalypse #1 delivers the showdown fans have been waiting for. The X-Men of the Apocalypse versus the Uncanny X-Men. Okay, so they are coming to our world. The X-Men of Apocalypse are here in the Marvel Universe, and that's a very bad thing for the Uncanny X-Men. But why? Why is it a bad thing? Taking place in the direct aftermath of the original's crossover's explosive finale, X-Men of Apocalypse reignites the mission of this iconic reality's X-Men as they journey here to ensure their universe's survival. This desperate mission will take them into the main Marvel Universe, where they will come into conflict with their classic counterparts, forever impacting both teams' destinies. Okay, so not an original idea, but it does sound like fun. I guess we're going to get Wolverine, versus his apocalyptical universe Wolverine, and Storm fighting her version of it. All right, it sounds fun, because I guess what this book's going to be about. It's going to be fun. So let's see what he says. He says, I've been a big fan of Jeph's for years. Di Meo told AIPT in today's X-Men Monday column. I read a lot of his books with amazing artists like Joe Madureira. I'm really lucky to work on this project, but sometimes I also feel under pressure for this reason, because a lot of people know Jeff's work. I need to do my best to create something special with him. Well, you've got no problems there. Your art is absolutely spot on, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm bringing back Innate Grey. Loeb himself said, an Age of Apocalypse celebration wouldn't be complete with X-Man. I'm thrilled to return to mutant kind's greatest psychic powerhouse, who's caught between two worlds as his home universe collides with the current one. With disastrous results, of course. The X-Men Apocalypse have arrived, but the Uncanny X-Men aren't going to be the most welcoming. But why? Why? So what are they doing there? Why is this bad? We're going to find out soon, no doubt. So let's just take one more look at those original, these new covers, the very new covers. They do look great. I think this is the one I'd have to pick up for sure. It just looks cool. Absolutely cool. I love it. So there we have it, guys. Are you excited to read X-Men of the Apocalypse? Did you love the original run? Are you going to reread it? Did you even read it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love talking about comics, so let me know, and I'll get back to you too. So before that happens, again, don't forget to like the video if you like the video, and of course subscribe. Really trying to grow this channel so I can make more of these videos, and hopefully I'm getting better each one instead of stumbling over my words and mispronouncing creators' names. I will get better as time goes on. But there we go. It's here, X-Men the Apocalypse, coming I think this November. So until then, read more comics, and I'll see you hopefully in the next video.